Oh, have you guys heard about the New York State rep that just won? George Santos? When we're talking about thug life energy, no one has him beat. A level of white privilege I can't even relate to. Like I can't. It's like if white privilege was like light. This one is shining and beaming so hard. Like I can't even squint for it. It's just too bright for me. It's way too bright for me. Okay, for the ones that don't know, okay, George Santos just won the New York House rep. Here's all the things he lied about on his campaign. And mind you, this guy's not arrested. This guy, in fact, there's no ramifications for what he have done so far, except for like public shame. But shame only means something if you actually have that. If you don't have shame, then no, that doesn't mean anything. Anyway, let me give you all the list of things he did. One, he lied about being gay. They just found out he just got a divorce from his wife as early as a year and a half ago. He bragged about going to college. Lies. He didn't go to college at all. Not only did he not go to Ivy League school, he didn't go to college at all. He part of his campaign is that he's Jewish. This guy's not Jewish. He's 100% Brazilian. Okay? On top of that, he has a criminal record for fraud. It doesn't even stop there. This guy claimed to play college sports, volleyball specifically. Not only did he not go to college, he clearly didn't play any sports. On top of that, if you look at him just a quick second, you realize that obviously this guy didn't play, right? So he said that he had his family had multiple properties. He lives with his sister. This is wild to me. He claimed to have an animal rescue that saved over 2,300 dogs and cats. That was a lie. Not only did he not save that many dogs and cats, he never had an animal rescue company. How is this not criminal? How? It keeps going. Apparently, he claimed that his family has $80 million worth of revenue from the capital investment company that the family owns. That was a lie. They did an audit on his yearly income last year. He only made $55,000. They did the court records. There's no record of the marriage certificate, marriage, or anything like that. In fact, his partner is not seen at all in any of his campaign, which will let me think he made that up. Or he got his best friend to gave for a few shots or whatever. But the list goes on. There's so much more. There's no point in giving any additional stuff. I just find it interesting that something like this can happen and he's not in jail right away. This says a lot about the society that we live in now. It says a lot about how truth is just relative and there's no accountability for truth anymore. And because there's no accountability, there's no punishment. Why not do it? It says a lot about the level of white privilege it takes to do that. I can't imagine any black person doing that without being crucified right now. It says a lot about the Republican Party we created. And this is just, hate me if you want, but just shoot. It's one thing to have different beliefs. And I'm not saying the Democratic Party is like perfect either. We have our extremists, but I think overwhelmingly on the Republican side, there's a lot of extremists. You spent 5 years promoting all these fringe ideals, promoting all this QAnon, all this unbelievable conspiracy theories, and then what do you think you're gonna start having? You're gonna have a lot of insane people running for Congress and Senate and all that because you guys created a hub for them to live and thrive. I honestly cannot imagine a black person doing this. And to me, that says a lot. I think he claimed that his mom died in 9/11 and claimed that some of his co-workers were shot in the nightclub, in the gay nightclub that happened a few months ago. Like, just for political gain. Something needs to be done about this. He also said he worked for Goldman Sachs and Citigroup. They did investigation. He did not. So keep in mind, the place that he's represented, right? He has 25% Jewish people, right? So when they're questioning, why did you say you were Jewish? He said, well, I'm not Jewish. I'm raised Catholic, but my mom, I think my mom's relatives are Jewish, and I interacted with Jewish people, so I'm kind of Jew-ish. Isn't that against the law to just lie to the government for a government job? Isn't that like jailable? Yeah, there's people right now in jail because they want a better school for their kids. What the fuck? Where I want to end this is, the goal of, electing representatives, because you want someone that you could trust with integrity, dishonest, that will fight for your beliefs. That is the goal. Last time I checked. What is there any other reason to elect an official if not that? So I guess I'm trying to figure out, if he doesn't get kicked out, how can he be an asset? How? I mean, I guess in some way I can see how it could be an asset. Fortunately, the Republican Party don't really care if you have integrity anymore. Some do, don't get me wrong. I know it's not all the party, but I mean, if we could be honest, there's a large majority of the party that does not care. As long as you're with them, you could be as insane as they come, as long as you're with them. And I can't imagine how this is gonna end well. Objectively, I'm ashamed. America used to stand for something like, at least when it comes to cool integrity, like we used to have that to a certain degree. We used to make fun of like countries where like dictatorships or people with money could just buy their way in there, but and we just look at them, oh, they're stupid. Why would you let anybody just run the country or have so much power? But yeah, here we are. Hey, and what do I know? I'm nobody. I'm just a voice in the crowd.